Yes, for me it was I wanted to fit into my wedding clothes. So that it was literally that, right?
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Madfitjunky. So आज हम मिलने वाले हैं डिम्पल से। अभी आपने इंट्रोडक्शन में देखा कि डिम्पल ने अपनी जर्नी स्टार्ट करी थी ताकि वो अपने वेडिंग क्लोथ्स में फिट हो सके। ये बहुत ही कॉमन रीजन है, बहुत सारे लोग इसी वजह से अपनी फिटनेस जर्नी स्टार्ट करते हैं, नॉट जस्ट फीमेल्स, मेल्स भी। प्लीज स्टिक टू द वीडियो गाइस, पूरा वीडियो देखिए ताकि आप मोटिवेट हो सके।
Hi everyone, my name is Dimple. I work as an IT service consultant full-time and I pursue nutrition and fitness as a hobby. As of last year, I'm also a certified nutritionist. I currently reside in Hong Kong, but I'm originally from Mumbai. So that's a little something before we dwell into how my fitness journey started. Okay, so let's get into how I actually started my fitness journey, right? And I'm sure a lot of you actually associate starting for this reason. I strongly advise that you don't wait until this day comes for yourself. But yes, for me it was I wanted to fit into my wedding clothes. So that it was literally that, right? It was fit into wedding clothes, look good in them, feel good in them, and so I actually started. Properly looking at my nutrition as well as my workouts only about 7 to 8 months before my wedding date. Okay, so let's talk about, I think, the biggest challenges that I had when I started my weight loss journey, right? So first thing was obviously intimidated to go to the gym. It's not that I wasn't an active kid, so I always enjoyed playing sport or running or whatever it was, or athletics in school a lot. I actually played hockey in school as well, but college happened, life happened, and then you pretty much lived a very sedentary lifestyle until then. So I think the first time that I stepped into the gym, I was intimidated. I actually fainted at the end of my first day after a set of mountain climbers. So yeah, it wasn't motivating for me to get up and go back and just continue and keep doing that. So I think that was there was those initial hiccups of actually getting used to that environment. Once you get there, I think give it a couple of weeks, and you realize that everyone's pretty much doing their own thing. So yeah, like workout wise, I started enjoying weight training a lot while I'd started my fitness journey itself. I also realized that I don't like the treadmill. So if you ask me to do any steady state cardio till date, you will really hear me fringe. So I think challenges. It's just the first few weeks, and I think as you get comfortable with that environment, you're really gonna find it easy to then adapt to. My challenges per se were more with respect to food than workout. As I went through my fitness journey, that's something I noticed about myself, I guess. Let's talk about my diet during weight loss, and I think here probably is the right time that I'm going to talk about my fitness journey in two phases. Phase one was until probably 2 years ago when I went through something that was very mentally challenging for me, when I went through a bout of depression, and that kind of changed my outlook towards fitness, towards nutrition, towards what I do, why I do, and so I personally call that phase two of my fitness journey. We'll talk about phase one, which was this period right up before the wedding where I lost close to 15 kilos in less than, I think, in about 6 months, because like I said, I had that 8-month period before the wedding, right? I did not cook much at that point. I don't cook a lot even right now. So I think for me at that point, even trying to follow a plan. Also, I was in Australia at the time. I was not in Mumbai, so I was not at home. I didn't get ready help or anything. So if it was meals, I had to do it all by myself. And so I just stuck to the basics really. I did a lot of common sense. Let's stop eating junk. Like that's something you know, right? It's just a matter of starting to do. So I think for me at that point, it was making sure that I cut out all junk food, at least for those initial 3 months. I think I ate out just once. I was doing my dinners used to be very repetitive, mostly just home cooked dal. I did not cut out any food groups. So I did have my source of carbohydrates. So I did have bread sometimes in for my breakfast as well as dinner. I did lunches were Subways because they were the most easily available. I'm not advocating that you follow this or you do this, because what I realized as I went through my journey is my body was not getting all of the right nutrients in that period of time. I just did what I felt most comfortable with, without any knowledge of what this was eventually doing to my body in a sense, right? So of course losing all of that weight is good, but it's very important that you lose it in the right way. And like I said, at that point I didn't have that knowledge to be able to do it in that fashion. So diet at that point was I think the other change that I made was really moving my dinners earlier. Otherwise I ate very late at night, so giving my body that much time to digest your dinner as well. And all of my meals were pretty light in the sense, so portion sizes massively cut them down from what I was used to doing. A lot of unnecessary snacking, junking, all of that was off the table. Snacks were usually fruits, so an apple and a banana every day. A banana was my pre-workout meal as well during that initial phase of my fitness journey. So yeah, I think that was phase 1. Phase 2 essentially started after depression hit me, and I really began to question. So when it did hit me, I was one of those people who did lose their appetite. So if I actually show you pictures of that time, you probably will not be able to see it from my face. That's kind of what I was going through on the inside. But I did lose a significant amount of weight, and trust me, it didn't make me happy, because I knew I was losing it by not eating and by not really even looking forward to food, and that to me was an indication that something's really wrong, because I love food. So that was challenging in a sense, and I think once I sort of started seeking help for that, nutrition, its role in making my mind feel better, workouts, all of that changed, right? So I started to explore a lot in terms of workouts as well. So I started going and looking at yoga, Zumba, all of that was in Hong Kong, which is where I still am. I think nutrition wise what changed was that I started looking at my portion sizes again, which kind of went all haywire. So initially I lost my appetite, and then slowly I just wanted to eat anything and everything under the sun, and so I knew that wasn't me, and that's not sustainable for me as well. And I had to find a way in which I'm able to eat in a balanced and a healthy and a nutritious way again. So yeah, that was phase 2. The difference between phase 1 and phase 2 has been that in phase 2 I've prioritized protein a lot, because this is something that I have learned now, even as part of like my course that I did all of last year, but also that I was missing out on so many key important vitamins and minerals along with your macros that you also need to have a fully balanced meal. So yeah, there's been a massive change between how I did or am continuing to lose that weight in phase 2 of my fitness journey versus phase 1. Okay, so let's talk about my workout during the weight loss journey. Again, I've introduced you to phase 1 and 2, so I've already spoken a little bit about these two journeys, right? For me, so phase 1, my workouts were a mix of a lot of weight training and a little bit of cardio as well. Like I said, that's where I enjoyed or realized that I actually enjoy weight training a lot. For me, it was a matter of I don't know, internal mental strength that I get with just lifting weights. I think if anyone, especially the ladies, if you're afraid to lift weights, please, you're not going to get turned manly or whatever it is that you think is going to happen when you lift weights. There are several benefits, which at the time, again, I didn't know that those were the benefits, but I was still pursuing it and doing it. Weightlifting is something that I've continued even when I was trying to maintain my weight after I'd lost all of it, which was continuously for the next 3 years. I think I started my weight loss journey in 2014. And yeah, I still do a lot of weight training, but as part of my weight loss journey now, I've also looked at exploring cardio forms like Zumba. Again, the key there is to find a workout that you enjoy doing. I'm not a runner, I don't enjoy that form of cardio. And if you don't, that's absolutely okay. I think it's just very important to find what gets those happy hormones on for you. And for me, it is dance, it is Zumba, and that's something I do regularly now to fill in my cardio in a fun format. And I still continue to do my weight training, resistance training. I've gone through various plateaus also as part of this journey, and so I'm always trying new things to see what's gonna work for my body this time. So yeah. Okay, so let's talk about my biggest inspiration. I actually don't have one single person to call out. When I started off my fitness journey, I wasn't really following people on Instagram. I was not on Instagram until the late 2018 or something. But the people that I really look up to now, there's so many that I follow, and there's different things to learn from each one of them. Like I love Milind Soman for his sheer determination and dedication. Mandra Bedi from the noon sort of figures, so to say. I try to get this quality of that passion that they have towards fitness is something that I really personally like. Some of the Instagram accounts that I started following recently, and I think have immensely helped change my perspective about fitness is Annabelle and Sheena. So the Instagram accounts are Annabelle Fit and Sheena Fit. Yeah, but I would also like to mention that Instagram in some way actually has helped me have a very different perspective about so much that I didn't probably think of or specifically know before I started doing my nutrition course. So there's accounts that talk about health at any size, which is something that I am personally in favor of. I don't believe skinny is fit at all, and I know there's still a large amount of people that believe that. So I think there's accounts that I follow that talk about these specific topics in detail. Another one is eating disorders, and all of these are things that I also try to address as part of my page as well. So yeah, so it's yeah, I don't know if I gave you an answer, but it's too many people that inspire me at this point in my fitness journey. Okay, so I don't think I have a guru mantra per se, but yes, tips for people looking to lose weight. The most important one, and I think I've done a really detailed story on this on my page as well, is know your why, right? You absolutely need to know why you want to lose that weight, because that's going to be the single most factor driving this to be a sustainable journey for you. Like I said, for me it was losing that weight to I don't know, look good and feel good in clothes, but the reason why I pursue what I pursue now is very different to what it was then, right? And that's what's helped me stay on this journey. That's what has helped me take this one step further by pursuing that certification. And yeah, I mean, if you don't know the why, you're basically just going to, I don't know, pick up the next new fad diet that you see because you want to lose XX amount in XX months, and that's about it, right? So I think knowing your why is very important. The second one is, once you know that, please be patient, right? So give yourself challenges or tasks that actually help and allow you to be patient, because you're going to need that when you're on a weight loss journey. Even if you do get somewhere in few months, that you didn't expect, etc., it's really easy to give up, and that's where we come back to one, which is, please know your goals, know why you're doing what you're doing. So yeah, that's my top tip. Okay, so let's talk about my upcoming goals. I don't have specific goals in terms of losing, like I said, XX amount of kilos, or I don't know, even fitting into a dress anymore. Those are not goals that I have. In Hong Kong, we basically just about started to get back to normal from the COVID situation. We've been at home since Jan. So I like to do this where I like to give myself new challenges each time. So I'm probably going to have a new goal a few months from now that I don't know about. Some of the things that I've done last year as well, which I consider challenging, were I did this obstacle race, which is called Spartan. It's essentially a 5 kilometer sprint. That's all that I could do, with 20 obstacles, and it's not something I trained for. So for me, just to be able to go and participate in that race and complete it was a really, really big achievement. So those are the kind of goals that I keep setting for myself. The more recent one that I kind of just accomplished was making sure that I'm active in the time of COVID, right? And again, this is something that I strongly, strongly advise everyone to do. So I'd set a target of completing 10,000 steps every single day, and I wanted to do a 100-day streak for doing so. So that's kind of what I just finished a few days ago. I started way back in February, and I'm taking a bit of a break. So, like I said, those are the kind of goals that I kind of keep setting up for myself, and then once I accomplish them, I set new goals. The key for me is to basically live a healthy, active, and a fit lifestyle. Okay, so let's talk about support, which of course is extremely, extremely crucial. I am actually not from the fitness industry at all, so I don't really know anyone personally. I did initially get a lot of support from Nadir. Get Fit with Nadir is his Instagram account. He runs a portion of Fitter or squats. And so yeah, I think he really helped me initially when I was trying to get the certification. He was always available when I had any questions, specifically from a nutrition standpoint. Apart from that, I mean, if we talk about support, I can not mention my friends and my family that have always listened to I don't know, the new thing that I'm trying, or just generally my advocacy on making sure that they're all eating well, and that they're moving. So specifically, the first person that I want to call out is Mitisha. She's my childhood friend. She's my closest friend. She's someone we run the page together with. So my current Instagram page, which is Mad Diet, is Mitisha and Dimple. It also stands for Make Difference. And so Mitisha is a professional doodle artist, and we run the page together. The idea is it just creatively satisfies the both of us, and it helps me impart nutrition in a slightly humorous and funny manner, which is kind of what we intended to do with that page. So she's been my biggest support throughout, and now of course more so because we do this together on a daily basis, and it's a lot of fun. The second person that I want to mention, of course, is my dear husband. He does not follow the same nutrition or fitness wise lifestyle as me, and so it's been a bit of a challenge, but he's always supported me for every single thing that I wanted to do. And of course, my family back at home, even though they're physically not with me, my mom and my sister, they have been my biggest support and my biggest cheerleaders for every new thing that I want to do. So yeah, that's kind of my biggest support and my biggest strength that keep me going every day. I think news about Madfitjunky, this entire conversation would not be possible if you were not here. You're doing a fabulous job with helping people by providing them a platform to be able to talk about their journeys, to be able to inspire more people. So I think it's fabulous. please, please, please keep doing this great job. And thank you so much for having me on your channel, for letting me share my story. Thank you.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like our video and if you want to promote yourself and motivate others, you can connect with us. To connect, you can find all the details in the description. Please like, share and subscribe to my video. To subscribe to my channel, click here. And to watch our previous videos, you can click here. Thank you so much.